The title for tonight's podcast is Kerouac.
Just another Tuesday.
We are taking over.
Happy Tuesday, podcast.
Let's fucking do this thing.
This place about to blow.
Come on, Slavinsky!
PanelsOnPages.com Podcast Network is here to cover all of your pop culture needs.
2 words, nerd boner.
From comics to television to movies to wrestling,
Fuck wrestling.
your favorite PCN hosts will keep you entertained all week long.
Boobs, boobs, boobs. Peen, peen, peen.
He's Gandalf!
Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, look for the Pop Stars on Facebook and Twitter, and be sure to join the forums and become a member of the population.
You load up your portable MP3 player to listen to your favorite podcast. You expect the announcer to say something witty to introduce you to the program, but instead, he tells you that his children hate him, and that his wife left him. He's got no money, his life is falling apart, and he's contemplating suicide. I've got a gun and a lot of pills, he says. He asks you for help, but you can't help him. He's beyond the 50-foot nerds.
That's better.
Oh, can you actually hear me, Connery?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Hear you now. Do I sound
I
loud?
can hear you now.
Do I sound loud?
Yeah, but no, it's just I didn't have my headphones turned up high.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah,
It's that fucking technology,
sounds,
for kids.
for kids. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't know whether, because, I recently did some recording with my thing since the last pod, so messed around with the volume on my M Audio thing for my microphone, so I wasn't sure if it was maybe that.
Yeah, you've got actual technology. I've just got my iPad.
Oh yeah, fair point. So yeah, Mike's died.
So we not heard from the other one then.
No, not yet. I've rung him about 3 billion times, but yeah, no word.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if what happened last week, has happened again, which is he's passed out from exhaustion.
Well, he seemed all right yesterday. He dropped in briefly after taking Elise home. And he wanted to check in on me because I've had a bit of a rough weekend as well.
Okay.
And
Are you all right?
yeah. Seems to be everything seems to be stabilising at the moment. So
The sort of thing you can talk to Mike about, but not me really, because I don't know you. It's more that I'm a distance away, so there's no point telling me because I can't do anything.
Well, there is that as well, but
And Mike probably knows the other parties better than I do. I'll just be like,
there is that.
yeah, I don't know who that is. Oh, right. I don't know who that is either. It was a story about you having an argument with Warwick Davis. Maybe I could help.
Well, yes. Oh, yes. You're a twat, Paul. I'm not a twat, little Warwick Davis. So fuck off.
Stop calling me little.
You tiny little cunt.
Hold on a sec. Oh, fuck.
Shit. Are you preparing your kazoo?
No, I was spitting in my own face because I managed to knock a cable in the way of my eyes because I was trying to take my guitar off while keeping the headphones plugged in, which failed miserably. So. Yeah, I got bored, so I've learned how to play this.
Okay.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch etc. Well,
You've been cottaging again.
no, this is a parody song I wrote a while ago, and I completely forgot about it until recently. Because it's mainly because I was going to rewrite it again, but I was going to rewrite it about Shiny, so the chorus would be, "'Cause I'm wearing your face. Yeah, I'm wearing your face. Yeah, I'm wearing your face. Yeah, I'm wearing your face.
Awesome.
That mainly came about because I went to Alton Towers this weekend, where, funnily enough, I met Diamanda Hagen, the lass who does the reviews, the movie reviews and shit on thatguywiththeglasses.com. Met up with her.
Oh, so somebody who actually does what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Oh, hang on. Tweet off mic.
Ooh.
I'm here, being downstairs because I hadn't heard back off you, Paul, whether you were coming on, then forgot my phone.
Ah. Oh, good. So he is here. That's fine.
Well,
So-
I better hurry up because, you know.
Well, luck would have it for you. My comic sections are ridiculously short these weeks because, again, I've got one story.
Oh, awesome. Right.
Comic section, I should say.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I said to Mike last night we realistically want to sort of do a cut down
yeah.
because we're likely to end up. Yeah, we've got 3 episodes of Doctor Who to cover as well. So
Oh yeah, true.
I didn't want to be too late tonight.
Fair enough. Making a sausage butty, then I'll be on. Fuck's sake.
Yes.
Um,
Other Andy, Bob's joining in because he's just said goosh.
fair enough. But yeah. Oh, which reminds me, we have mail for this week.
Yeah, so I hear. I haven't read it.
I have, but the thing is, that's going to be funny is they're like, "Oh yeah, I just got into your show," but the thing is, we need to pick a voice to do the email in, and because it's from a girl, I don't know what voice we could use.
Hello.
I was hoping, slightly. I don't know whether we're going to use the Luna Lovegood voice or maybe. I might suggest that in the show.
Prettiest girl in the world.
The world's. I figured they might be offended if we use the world's prettiest woman. So they're like, "Oh, so this is an email from someone called Rachel." So yeah, Andy, take it away. I've just got into your podcast. I just got into your podcast and I'm weird. I don't know which is the better version. Oh, which reminds me, I was earlier in before we joined the Popcast Network, one episode we had my friend Brendan as a guest.
Right.
And recently he was on Facebook. No, he was on Skype and he started talking to me. He says, "Hey, could you do me a favour and record some lines? They need to sound angry." I was like, "Okay." Immediately recorded them and sent them to him. He was like, "Oh, that was fast." I'm like, "Yep." I had the microphone just here, so I just did that. And then he goes, "Well, any chance you can re-record it in like some different accents?" I'm like, "What accent do you have in mind?" He goes, "Canadian." I'm like, "I can't do an angry Canadian." He goes, "Just do your Canadian accent." I went, "Okay." So I sent him it. I redid the lines as Wayne Gretzky, spokesman of Canada, and he sent me a message back. Yeah, he sent me a message back saying, "Oh my God, this is hilarious."
Awesome.
Let me just find the lines and I'll tell you what they were. Oh, I've skipped past it. There we go. It's just there. It was stuff like I was like, "Let's see how well you make threats without your teeth, eh?" It was quite amusing. And then I said, in the recording, I said, that's why I can't do angry Canadians. I said, if you want angry, I can do Scottish, and then started reading them as Sean Connery. The only problem is, there was a bit where it says, use his friends as bait, go. And then I half screwed up that line, so I started going, where's my grandson? What do you want to go to the Rock for? And stuff. Oh yeah, which reminds me, I was a completely different thing. I was watching the Nostalgia Critic review of Princess Diaries 2, right?
As you do.
Yeah. Guess who makes a cameo?
What, in Princess Diaries 2?
Yes.
I've got this horrible feeling I actually know this, but I can't think of what it is off the top of my head.
I'll wait until Mike comes on, I'll ask him the same question. Because you'll both just be like, what?
Yes, Anne Hathaway has come a long way since those movies.
Yep. Yeah, I think you should have a video series as well, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, just need to. I mean, I can. I suppose theoretically, I can do it just using the iPad.
Yeah.
Just I need just sort of a plain wall, and then.
Yeah, that's.
The main problem I've got is having space on the computer to do the editing at the moment.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I bought like a 1 terabyte external hard drive or something. Because I've got all the stuff.
I've already. Yeah, I figured I need at least a 2 terabyte, if not more, considering the amount of.
If you look on Amazon,
audio stuff I've got.
Yeah, if you look on Amazon, I mean that's where I got mine. Because I was looking for like 1 or 2 terabytes, and I was like, it's probably going to cost quite a bit. And then I was looking, I was like, 1 terabyte external hard drive for 40 quid. Having that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've got a 650 gig Western Digital MyBook, which has always done me quite well. So I'm kind of, I try and get one of their ones because I know the brand and I know they're reliable.
Ah, fair enough. What brand? Have I
but they're still quite reasonably priced.
Toshiba. That's the.
But yeah, I've got this 650 gig. My book that's full of Doctor Who audio dramas from Big Finish and all my music that I stream in the house, and I just I need that. That's I basically I'm at the point where I have to think, right, I've got new stuff coming in, I have no space, therefore I have to delete stuff, and I'm getting to the point where it's getting very tough to decide what I can realistically delete. Yeah. I mean, most of the stuff so far is stuff I can easily get hold of again, but now it's getting tough. Plus, I like to be able to shift all my comics I've got downloaded onto the backup drive as well, rather than sitting on the main computer taking up space there, because that also free up space there. And then I've got various free iTunes movies downloaded as well from various DVDs I've got, and I can't keep them on the computer at the moment. No. So yeah, there's just a shed load of stuff there that I could really do with backing up, and I need Santa to bring me a very big hard drive to do that.
Ask him nicely.
Yeah. I will.
Speaking of Santa, I was trying to the other day.
Well, then again, he may be slightly pissed off that I shot him last year.
Yeah, fair point. Though that does remind me, I asked if Demonica if she wanted to join us on the Christmas special next year.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to convince her because I said she missed out on the White Christmas story. Because I remember when I first mentioned the whole snowballing thing, she was like, ew. Although she then revealed to me the other week that she says that's everything. And then go and look at dead, but then she'll be the first person to see a dead bird and start poking it with a stick. So,
Right.
So I said, well, long story short, told her the story, but I think she missed it on the chat. So
yeah,
I'm hoping she'll come on the show. Not come on the show. That's for her own show. But no, I'm hoping she will.
Yes,
be on
she
the
does.
podcast.
That's how she makes her money. We're not taking that away from her.
No. Well, I mean, she can come on the show if she wants.
If she really wants to.
Pretty sure Kath might get annoyed at you, but.
Oh yes, I imagine she would.
So why? Because she'll be like, "Hey, I'm acquaintances with someone who works in porn." Well, to be fair, it would be a lot funnier if Demonica did that, and at the same time, in the background, you could hear you with your hands over your ears going, la 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 la. That would be hilarious.
Yes, yeah. I was saying to Mike before from last time when you were talking about Ninja Turtles, and I was in the background going la 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 la, and then I listened back to the episode and I forgot to skip past that bit.
And you were like, "Oh God damn it!"
Exactly. It's like fucking hell. I went to all that trouble of spoiler-proofing myself, and then fuck you bastards.
Well, didn't we put like a spoiler cannon?
Probably, but I think because I tend to listen to the podcast back when I'm doing other stuff, I just wasn't really concentrating. So it's like,
and then you heard something about turtles, and you were like, "God
like
damn it!"
5 minutes later, and it's like bollocks.
Whoops.
Yep. Arse, biscuits and cheese.
Arse biscuits.
And cheese.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
My phone keeps blinging at me. It's like, "Sup, governor, I've got gold in it." Right, hold on.
It's taking fucking ages to make this sausage butty.
Yeah. Oh, it's because I've got loads of people commenting on my Facebook status now, because I was like, "I've just learned how to play George Michael's Faith. Does anyone want to know why?"
I don't know, 15 minutes to grill some sausages and slap them between 2 slices of bread.
Yeah.
I'm amazed the guy doesn't starve to death. Simone starts college tomorrow.
I keep forgetting she's that young. Or that old.
Yes, quite. Yeah, she's off to Elliot Clark tomorrow to her dance club team.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I'm looking at my Facebook comments and to the Facebook.
Yes,
George.
so am I.
Yeah. So I just burst out laughing at Jason Nice's comment. Just Limp Biscuit. That's the only the only thing that you put. Well, this episode of the Andy and Paul show is very boring.
Hey, you know what it's 48 years of today?
What's that?
First episode of Star Trek premiered.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, except it wasn't the first episode, but, you know.
Was it not?
No. The first episode of Star Trek that aired all the way back in, so it would have been in 1966, was The Man Trap. Do you remember that? Which one that is?
Vaguely.
Okay, right. So, Kirk, Spock, and McCoy all travel down to this planet to check out these two scientists. Well, this one scientist and his wife. They're the only people on the whole planet. And it turns out that the wife is an ex of McCoy's.
Yeah.
And it also turns out that the wife is actually dead and has been replaced by a salt-sucking vampire leech creature.
Oh,
It's
kind of like that Red Dwarf episode.
Well, yeah, except Star Trek obviously did it first a long, long time ago. Yeah, that was something like the fourth. That was something like the fourth or fifth episode they made. It wasn't even like the pilot. It wasn't even the pilot that Shatner did before they went to see it. Because the whole. The whole history of Star Trek coming to the screen, that they did two different pilots. There's the Captain Pike episode, where the only person that survived from that, or the only character that survived from that through to the second pilot with Shatner as Kirk, was of course Mr. Spock. Although Majel Barrett, at least, made it to the main cast as a completely different character.
Yeah.
They didn't show that second pilot until about 3 or 4 weeks in. It's just really bizarre, especially with the way we're used to things running these days. But yeah, we'll see the first episode as the first episode, and they'll make it as the episode. Happy birthday, Star Trek. 48 years old today.
Hooray!
Hooray! I'm still slowly working through my original series Blu-ray box set because Kath bought it me for Christmas before last. So that's 19 months 20 months I've been working my way through the original Star Trek at the moment, and I'm about halfway through the final season now. The thing that surprised me is that the final season of Star Trek was the one that's got this reputation for being really shit. Because obviously it's the one where they got Fred Freiberger in as the producer, and Roddenberry, just basically stepped back to executive produce. He didn't really day-to-day run it or anything. He was more worried about basically what money he could make out of it in other ways, shapes and forms. But it's actually got some good stuff in it. Admittedly, it's got some utter shit as well, because it starts with Spock's brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes! Oh, they've stolen Spock's brain, but the body itself still works.
Oh, it's one.
But, yeah. But, there's just some great stuff in there. What's a good... The Enterprise incident is always a good one. The one where, Kirk gets himself made up as a Romulan and sneaks onto a Romulan spaceship to steal a cloaking device. What else is there? Plato's Stepchildren. If they remade that today, it would be the one that Warwick Davis would be in.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Wink of an Eye is always a good one. Is actually a good one, because there's some really solid sci-fi premises behind some of these episodes, even though there are some really rubbish ones as well. Even where's it gone? Spectre of the Gun, which they make a good thing out of having a crap budget on that episode, because it's basically they're dropped into this sort of alien fantasy of the gunfight at the OK Corral, but instead of it being an exact replica of Tombstone or whatever and the OK Corral, because it's being done on a budget in the studio. They go for this sort of weird, almost psychedelic partial recreation. So they make a benefit of
Of what? Where have you gone? Ah, my signal's gone shit again. God knows. I think it realised. Oh wait, they're trying to pod without mic. Die. Kept happening last time.
Yeah. You were saying you've only got one comic story.
Yep.
Yeah. Have you actually been reading any comics?
Recently, no. I've got like a massive pile that I need to catch up with.
You've got massive piles? That sounds painful.
Yes. No, I've got to catch up with a load because I've been busy attempting to clean and sort things out, and I've been recording recording and writing music and doing all this shit at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Let's see. What am I reading? Well, I'm a few weeks behind on 2000 AD. Other than whenever the new issue comes up, I do immediately read Dread. Because why not? Let's see. Current stuff. I've been reading Batman 66 Meets the Green Hornet, and that's great fun. I've got the new Doctor Who's, the 10th and 11th Doctor stuff from Titan. I'm reading the American Judge Dredd stuff as well from IDW. That's a good one that I just finished. Mars Attacks Judge Dredd.
Ooh,
that's just that's just great fun.
Yeah, I've read like 2 issues of that. I don't think I've read the final one yet.
Yeah, I'd realised I'd got about halfway through it and then for some reason not read the other 2 issues, so I read those this week. It just, the Mars Attacks aliens do fit really, really well into Mega City 1. Finished Kick-Ass. Yeah. Was Kick-Ass 3 finished recently?
Oh, they've started Kick-Ass 3. I never know.
Kick-Ass 3 has been publishing for the last year.
Oh, oops.
So yeah, the story has finally completed. Let's see what else I've been reading. I worked my way through all the Sin Cities recently, so that was good. I'm rereading V for Vendetta at the moment. I have read it before. I borrowed it from my local library back when I was living in Colchester. And ironically, I started reading it on the 5th of November, 1997.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. It just freaked me out totally that, it's like the first caption is November 5th, 1997. What? Fuck, it's today. But, this is just a mere snippet of some of the stuff that I've got. Oh yeah, I reread all the 1602 stuff recently. I got the originals. I got the original series because Neil Gaiman wrote it. So I've got that all of actual comics, but I never read the continuations, and I really quite enjoyed those. So that was good. And what else have I got? What else?
Hello.
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 Henry!
Hello. You alright?
We thought you died.
You sound very echoey.
Oh, I'm in the kitchen.
Oh.
Yes. Did you not get any tweets? I did tweet yes.
Yes.
Right, well, don't be surprised as to where I've been then.
Alright.
Alright, okay.
We just figured it took
You
slightly
didn't
less
get
time
picked
to make a sausage sandwich.
Look, dude, our oven takes about a year to cook anything. They're still not done.
Jesus Christ.
I know. I'm cooking 4 sausages. I've been cooking for an hour.
Jesus.
I know. Ridiculous. Oh well. You're right anyway.
Yes.
What have you been doing without me?
Not a great deal.
Probably. How much? Hey, Mike,
What?
guess what I learned?
Faith by George Michael.
Yes.
On the guitar. No, that's the beginning to Justin Timberlake.
Do you know why?
Smiling, that should set the tone. See, I know me. I'm down with the kids.
Do you know why I learned it?
So you could play Rape?
Yes!
Yes, I think it's... That's not Faith. That's you just messing about.
Well, I guess it would be nice. Whoops. I can't do it now.
Well, that was interesting.
You're gonna get raped. Oh yeah, I haven't played you the new version.
Oh, go on.
This was inspired by me going to the Alton Towers trip, and a sign that I saw.
Towers?
Yes, I rang you from there. Remember?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. When I rang you and you guys were at the meeting.
Oh, well, you never told me you were at Alton Towers.
Oh, sorry.
That might be why I didn't know you went to Alton Towers.
I thought I did.
No. She went, hi, Mike. Ah! Then no, I wouldn't have had a clue.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just on my way home. I met up with Diamanda Hagen there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sausage is nearly done.
Cool. But yeah, I saw a sign there.
2014. It's even more crucial than the Scottish referendum. Anyway.
Speaking of Scottish people, that will also give you reference to the new song.
Okay.
It was inspired by a sign that I saw at Alton Towers for the CBeebies land. More specifically, the Postman Pat ride. So, the new faith chorus I've got is, because I'm wearing your face. Yeah, I'm wearing your face. Yeah, I'm wearing your face, face to face. Yeah, I'm wearing your face, face to face.
Well, I guess it would be nice if I could cut your body and take all of your skin off and put it onto my own.
But I gotta think twice before I get out all my knives. I know that.
To me, I'm nice, but not to you.
Oh, I need some time to plan my sneaking up to you and slowly suffocating. I'll just put on my postman suit now.
'Cause when Tagline sees me coming, I'll go and stab his guts. 'Cause I'll rip off his
your face. Yeah, I'm wearing your face.
I'm wearing your face. I'm wearing your face. I'm wearing your mommy's face.
The end of it, at the end of the song will be just like, I'm wearing your face. It's great.
It's great.
It's great. Oh, Mike.
What?
We have email this week.
Oh, we do have email this week. Yes. I take it you're recording now. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Right, right, let me just check the sausages. Oh, are they done? Are they done? Are they done?
I don't know, bite into one. If it bleeds, it's going to need another few minutes.
If it bleeds, kill it again!
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Or eat
Kill it to death!
It's a sausage.
Kill it with fire! It doesn't work! I've tried that for an hour and a half!
Predator would have been such a different film if it was about a sausage.
But it was still about people being killed in the forest. It's just they're all being killed by a dude wearing a sausage costume.
He takes off the mask and there's just a sausage underneath.
Frankfurtador!
That's an ugly motherfucker.
You must be from Lincolnshire.
What?
No, it looks Cumberland to me.
Cumberland.
What in Predator 2? They're visited by a Cumberland, a Lincolnshire, and a vegetarian one specifically made by Linda McCartney.
Oh god, what would the Alien versus Predator version be? What would the aliens be?
Crumpets. Bacon!
It's the sausages. Bacon is the sausages.
Bacon versus sausages.
They
Requiem.
work really well together. What's the opposite of a sausage?
Not a sausage?
Oh, well, that's a quote to go on the Twitter feed.
Chicken. It tastes like hedgehog if hedgehog were a chicken.
Tastes like sausage if sausage were not a sausage.
Tastes like chicken if sausage was an iPhone 5.
I've got... shit. I've just dropped the fork.
That's
right.
the fork, so spoon.
I shall read the email as soon as I've made my sausage sandwiches, because I'm not just eating sausages, no. I'm making them into a sandwich.
Fair enough. Are we actually doing a proper show, or is this just a Beyond?
That'll be a beyond.
Just a Beyond at this time of night.
Fair enough.
We tweeted, there was tweets made at like 2 o'clock this afternoon to see what time we were all recording, and seeing as Paul never got back to us, I never bothered putting a full show together, because I thought it'd just be me and Andy doing a Beyond.
Oh.
Fair enough.
So, in the future there will be robots, but also can you tell us that that we're actually doing a show?
Yes.
Yes.
There
Second
will be
sausage.
robots, there will be blood.
Someone just I put, what's the opposite of a sausage on Facebook? First comment I got back was someone saying bacon. So
No, it's not a sausage.
Something
No, 'cause-
that is
'cause bacon's still-
non-related.
Wouldn't the opposite of a
frog,
sausage
frog.
be a carrot?
No, the opposite of pig would be frog.
No, it'd be dip. Oh no, that's pig backwards.
Yes.
Yeah. Bring
A
up
pig saw!
the pig saw.
So
Oh, we haven't made any of those in a while.
wee piggy. Suey.
Right.
That'll do, pig.
Piece of pork out, spider ham.
Oink oink suey yippee yo-kai yay! Big power in the house! Oink oink suey yippee yo-kai yay! Big power in the house!
Have you just had a stroke? What the hell's that?
It's the theme song for the Disney movie Gordy.
If you say so.
I thought it was
Gordy
some
is
kind of reference to Pie Hard.
No, Gordy is a film about a talking pig that was actually released before Babe. But then most of
It was like the asylum version of Babe.
Well, no, because Babe is actually about the pig. Gordy starts off being about the pig.
It turns into a story about a Canadian. Hello,
No, it turns into a story about this family all debating whether the pig or this dude's wife should be the
Eaten.
no should be the poster person for the company, and it's all about who runs the company and stuff. It's really weird.
It would have been better if it would have been eaten, because that would have made very straight even for the man's wife.
I think the best part of the film is the Gordy, the pig. His dad gets taken away by these farmers, and he's running after the van. And his dad says over the back of the van, he's like, "Don't worry about me. I'm going to the slaughterhouse or whatever. Go and protect the family." So Gordy goes, "Okay." Turns around, goes back. Goes, where are my family? And then a rooster comes over and goes, "While you were gone, some more farmers came and took them all away." And it's like, I've only just been given this job and I've failed already.
Gordy, the worst superhero in the world. Because he's a pig.
Yep.
Oh, right. The sausages, the
Oh,
putty.
Gordy, the farmer's fallen down a well.
Not much I can do, love. Can't even set the rope down. I've got trotters instead of fingers. Can't grip the rope.
Quick, someone tie it around me. Which of us has opposable thumbs? None of us were farm animals!
Suddenly a chimp stepped forward. Well, 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 you all come running now. Why does the chimp...
I'll tie the rope around you on one condition. Okay. Why did you just put on a trilby?
Here's some strippers and Gordy's insides raffle. Right.
I took your parents. We needed meat for meat raffle. Why are you from Yorkshire? This farm's in America. Dunno, mate.
Sausage update. The butties are done.
Sausage update.
There's another tweet. Right, okay. I shall read an email now. So, Andy, even though to be on, would you play the email sounder, please?
Do the fucking emails!
Right, okay. Here's an email we had from Rachel. Is her name. Hello, Rachel. Hello. Right, what voice should we give to Rachel?
Me and Paul were debating this earlier.
Yeah. If Andy does it, we've basically got two choices. We've got Luna Lovegood, or we've got the prettiest woman in the world.
Well, let's see.
By the way, for the record, it took you 42 minutes from first tweet to make that sausage butty.
Yeah, and they would already been in the. What time was that tweet sent?
42 minutes ago.
Which was what time?
It was about 10:30.
They'd already been in for half an hour at that point.
Jesus Christ.
Like an hour and 15 minutes, that's how crap our oven is. Now, we'll tell you what, Andy, if you want to read the email, do it as Luna Lovegood. Let's not put the poor girl off.
Yeah, that was pretty much what I said.
Yeah.
Okay, so... I only just found your podcast, and I find it really informative and entertaining.
Hang on, we're informative?
Yeah,
we're entertaining?
Are you sure that wasn't sent to Smodcast?
Yeah, I think it's been sent to the wrong place.
Maybe. You should check out the movies The Magical Legend of the Leprechauns and Sundown the Vampire in Retreat for commentaries. They're both really goofy films and aren't much known about. Rachel!
Well, Rachel, I actually have seen Sundown the Vampire in Retreat because Bruce Campbell's in it.
Oh.
So that's why I've seen it. Magical Legend of the Leprechauns I've never even heard of. So, might have to...
Sounds like the sort of thing that little Warwick Davis should have been in.
Little Warwick Davis, you mean?
You mean Sizist again? Oh, just because it has leprechauns in the title, it's gotta have Warwick Davis. He's the only short person we know.
Seeing as he played the leprechaun in 4 movies.
That's a fact.
4? I thought it was more than that.
4 or 5. There's a new one just about to come out, Leprechaun Origins.
With a new leprechaun though, isn't it?
Hornswoggle from WWE. Sorry, I mean sorry, but
was Warwick Davis in Leprechaun in the Hood?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did.
Nice.
No, we might have to dig them out. We haven't done a 54 commentary for a while, so I think it's about time. We'll have to schedule one.
Yes.
And get that done, yeah.
Oh yeah, guess what I watched recently?
That's actually one I have seen, though, the original Leprechaun.
Hang on, Paul. Andy's just said something I've never heard him say before. He just said he'd watched something.
Yes. Guess what I watched?
Fucking hell.
Oh?
Iron Man 3!
Bloody hell.
I'm finally working my way into the new, into Phase 2 Marvel.
Bloody hell.
Which is the reason why I asked you two about if you'd seen the short film about Trevor. Spoilers. Spoiler cannon. Fire the spoiler cannon. About Trevor Slattery with the that's included with the Thor: The Dark World DVD.
Of course I had.
Yes, and after our response, I hope you felt fucking stupid.
Wait, what was that? Why would I feel stupid?
After our response...
Because you asked us if you watched something.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if both of you had DVD, Blu-ray players.
I watched it at his house.
Oh, well, neither, and like you said, Mike, I remember you saying we mentioned it on the podcast, but I only remember us mentioning it being announced, and you going, oh, wouldn't it be great if it was Trevor Slattery guiding a load of Marvel villains in, like, a fucking play or something.
Still do. I think it'd be amazing.
Yeah, which I was hoping it would be, but then after I watched Iron Man 3, I looked up to see what it was. And then, because I thought we would have made a bigger deal of it, seeing as it basically said, well, just because we did this Mandarin in Iron Man 3 doesn't mean that there isn't an actual Mandarin with magic rings and shit.
Mm.
So I thought we would have made a bigger deal about it on the podcast. That's the only reason why I asked, because I didn't...
You haven't seen Iron Man 3 yet, and B, until Marvel actually say, for reals, there is another Mandarin, and here he is. There was no point talking about it. Other than
I've looked at it, and half of the people involved seem to be saying that short film was basically made to say, hey, look, just because we did this in Iron Man 3 doesn't mean that isn't that other guy there.
Yeah.
Because that whole thing was basically just, hey, we want to take you to meet the real Mandarin, which kind of implies there is a real Mandarin, doesn't it?
They never actually say that, though.
I thought they did.
They say, the guy who runs the Ten Rings is pissed off. Because you're basically pretending to be him. Because they're using the Ten Rings logo and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that would, one would presume then that the leader of the Ten Rings is the Mandarin.
Yeah.
But until Marvel actually say, we are doing X film and the Mandarin is in it.
Fair enough.
Do nothing about it. No, but I really enjoyed it. I especially love the fact that they go into Trevor's history and say that he's from Liverpool. And they actually mention the Liverpool Echo, which is the local newspaper in Liverpool. I get it delivered every day. And they have a photo of young Trevor stood in front of the Royal Court Theatre. And that is the actual Royal Court Theatre in Liverpool. I have stood in front of that place many times. I used to work next door to it. I've seen plays in it.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
My friend is in a play in it at the moment.
Cool. One thing that I wanted to mention, I was at work and and they had like an old school film on telly, like black and white and everything. It was Carry On something or other.
Had you seen it before?
No. Because I don't watch the Carry On films, to be honest. But I remember watching it, and he's chasing through these alleyways and stuff next to a dock. And I was like, I recognise that place. That's a place in Liverpool. And not only that, it's the same one that they used in Captain America.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the overhead bridge thing, did you?
Yeah, that thing where it's all the weird arches and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny enough, that's right by where the drive-in cinema is, actually. So, yeah. Yeah, because we've got a drive-in here now. Fancy. Ooh. Yes, and that's where that is. So, yeah. Yeah, man, it's, I mean, that short is fantastic. Definitely recommend everyone checks that out.
I can't, because I don't have a working Blu-ray player.
Still. The saga of your Blu-ray player has gone on for many episodes on this podcast.
Especially seeing as it was on this podcast that I bid on the fucker. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, man, no, it's, I mean, funny enough, actually, getting a little bit of news in is, also, as we know, that Agent Carter TV series that spun off of the Agent Carter short film on the Iron Man 3 DVD, Blu-ray rather.
Blu-ray.
They're doing the 10-episode miniseries that fills the gap between Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah.
It's actually been announced today, the cast list and everything for Episode 1 of Season 2, and as well as Crusher Creel, a.k.a. the Absorbing Man, in the cast. Yeah. Which is fantastic. We're actually going super-powered, super-villains this season, thank God, for the most part. And, yeah, they also announced that Hayley Atwell will be in it as Peggy Carter.
Oh.
Yes, which will be interesting. Don't quite understand how that is going to come about, but I'm all for it.
That reminds me, I need to start watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because my brother explained to me how...
If you're going to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you need to watch Thor 2 and Captain America the Winter Soldier first.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, I think.
Because they intersect.
Or even or slot them in during the season in the points they were released.
True. But you definitely, I mean, Thor 2, not so much, but you definitely have to see the Winter Soldier.
I know my brother said that basically it seemed like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was waiting for Captain America the Winter Soldier to be released. Because everything was kind of fairly okay to middling.
The whole show completely changes.
Until the date that the Winter Soldier was released. Because the episode after that involves Coulson getting into a car, the car sprouting wings and flying away. Or some shit like that. I was like, okay.
Car flies away in episode 1, mate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We love Coulson's car.
But then I got really confused when they were explaining this to me, because I only half heard what they said. I thought my brother and his girlfriend were talking about the TV show The Shield. So I was like, oh, The Shield, I've heard that's a good TV show. And then my brother goes, yeah, and then they get in the car and the car flies away. I was like, what? And then I realised they said Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and it made a lot.
Just almost fell off my chair.
Did you see they've announced the casting of Ra's al Ghul for Arrow?
Another
Yeah, I'm just looking at this guy and he's done nothing.
Nope.
Well, no, tell her he was in Riddick.
Sure he was.
But yeah, from our perspective, he's pretty much done sod all.
Do you know what I was very happy about? I read before is season 3 of Ultimate Spider-Man. They're doing this. They're kind of tying in with the Spider-Man comics at the moment. They're doing this Spider-Verse thing. They're bringing in multiple versions of Spider-Man from alternate realities.
Oh yes, they're bringing Miles Morales in, aren't they?
Bringing Miles Morales in, yeah. He's being played by the black fellow who tried to play him in the Amazing Spider-Man before everyone went, oh, you can't have black Peter Parker in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, don't be stupid. So they've got him playing Miles Morales. But also amazing casting is one of the alternate universe Spider-Men is a guy called Spider-Knight, and he is being played by Christopher Daniel Barnes. The name may not ring a bell, but he was the voice of Peter Parker in the 1990s Spider-Man comic.
Oh, cool!
The best one. Yeah. And Miguel...
Are they going to have Scarlet Spider?
Scarlet Spider, I'm not sure if he's in there. They've announced like 6 to begin with.
Spider 2099.
Yeah, he's in it. Some dude from Scrubs is playing him, but they've announced 6 initial Ultimates. No. They've announced 6 initial Ultimate Spider-Men, but they said there's going to be more throughout the series. So they've announced, like, as I say, Spider-Man Noir is going to be voiced by Milo Ventimiglia from...
cool.
Yeah. Which is good because his on-screen brother, Adrian Paz, there already plays Iron Man. So they've got Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Knight, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Girl, which is an alternate universe one. Petra Parker is her name.
They're not doing Mayday?
No. Because he's not old enough for that alternate reality to have happened yet.
Oh, yeah.
Unless she comes in for down the time, but yeah. You've got Miles Morales, and then you've also got Spider-Ham as well.
Oh, so Spider-Ham is coming back.
I get it. They've done Spider-Ham before, but...
Yeah.
That's cool.
So there you go.
That is cool.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
These sandwiches are great.
Just take a fuck of a long time to make.
Mm-hmm.
Mike loves a bit of sausage in his gob.
Absolutely.
Om nom nom nom.
This is the episode where Mike puts a sausage in his mouth.
Yep.
And chows down.
I might put some nice hot sausage in his mouth.
Yeah, I think we just wrote the episode description.
Mm-hmm. Might be the title.
And also the next bit of slash fiction that I'll have to read on the show.
Oh, God.
Fred and George Weasley.
Oh, God. So what else is new?
Trying to think.
Not a great deal, to be honest.
Bloody hell. I might have to see if I can find any other business.
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
I did have a comic story about Howard the Duck is apparently coming back as a comic.
Hooray!
Again. I did actually buy an issue of the last series that they did of him.
I tried to explain to someone who Howard the Duck was as well. I was like, because they were like, "Oh yeah, I want to watch all the Marvel live action films," and I said, "In that case, start with Howard the Duck." And they were like, "Is it live action?" I went, "Yes." I think it is the first Marvel film ever made, isn't it?
I mean, it's counting like the Captain America serials and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's the first big budget Marvel film, if you like, yeah. Cinema. It's the first theatrically released Marvel movie. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So I said, well, they need to watch Howard the Duck as well. And she was like, "Hey."
What?
I'm just looking at pictures of Howard the Duck from Guardians of the Galaxy, and that looked pretty hilarious.
I mean, even though the designs are different, technically, there's nothing that's stopping the 1980s Howard the Duck movie from being in continuity.
Yeah. We will see when next film they turn up, and it's like they're like, "Oh, we should get Howard to help." And he says, "Sorry, I've got to deal with my friend," and they've just got an old man going, "I will destroy all your salt."
Marmalade. No, you're the one. Right.
Let me get rid of the vinegar. Is
There's
that tartar sauce back?
There's another quote for you. Let me get rid of the vinegar. Right, here we go. Let's see what any other.
Just while you're looking there, Andy and I were talking before about, on this day in history, 48 years ago was the first episode of Star Trek, and
yes, it was.
Yeah, but another Star Trek related story. Sometimes mentioned on the show. Will Wheaton's had his show on Sci-Fi cancelled.
Oh yeah,
the twats. The Will Wheaton Project is no more after 12 episodes of no publicity and being shoved on in the middle of the summer when ratings are historically low anyway. Will Wheaton is looking on the bright side. It means he doesn't have to, basically hold his tongue about parent company of Sci-Fi, Comcast. So, he's been heard to say something along the lines of fuck them right in the balls.
Yes.
I may have actually made that quote up, but the feeling was definitely there.
I kind of want a footage of Will Wheaton yelling, "Fuck them in the balls!"
Right, I'm just trying to.
I would totally use that in a Patreon video if we had that footage.
He's
like,
busy
Patreon,
playtesting games for the new series of Tabletop anyway.
We should totally ask him to do that. That'd be hilarious if we got to meet him at a con or something. Just say, "Can you record the line, 'Fuck them in the balls'?" For us. Because then in the Patreon video, it'd be like, "Oh, if you support." This is a hint, everyone. By the way, if you support Attack of the 50 Foot Nerds on Patreon, you get this, and this. Like, you can get bonus podcasts and t-shirts and whatnot. So, what do you say, Will Wheaton? Fuck them in the balls! Right.
It would be a fun thing to get, like, yeah. Where are we?
So yeah, everyone, support Attack of the 50 Foot Nerds on Patreon.
I think we talked about that one, I'm not sure.
What, Patreon?
No, I'm just trying, I'm looking at stories here. Yeah, I think we have. Yes, we have read that one. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's... Yes, we have read that one before. Oh, God damn it, why is there no decent, funny stories? Talk amongst yourselves, come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I have Doritos!
Oh, yes, you guys have food, I do not.
You should go
Okay.
get some.
I've eaten it now.
Let me see if I can email you a sandwich. Hold on. Where are you? Here we go. Send egg dot sand. There we go. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong extension. Butty. There we go. Oh no, wait, that's the Skype chat. Sorry.
Ugh, don't like egg.
Well, what sandwich do you want then?
Bacon.
Okay, so send not a sausage dot butty.
Oh. Not a sausage, not butty. Awesome.
That'll do, pig.
I kind of, you can make website addresses now that end with dot whatever you want, really.
Yeah.
I kind of want to make one called not a sausage dot butty and just point it at the 50 Foot Nerds Twitter page.
Fantastic.
Because that'd be great. I still want to register pigsaw.com and make an actual website for that.
God.
Oh yeah, I got into Pink Floyd recently.
Did you? And what did they have to say?
They said, "How did you get in my house? Oh my God, get the police."
Yes.
Which was weird because it was Syd Barrett's house, and he's been dead for quite a while.
Here's a story I'll read out because we had experience of this. Have you had the Peter Pan pantomime virus email?
No.
Okay, so you know how you get these, this spam email.
Do you still use Yahoo email, Paul?
No, I still use Hotmail.
Oh, Jesus. No wonder you got it then.
But you still get these emails from time to time from people saying, yes, you have bought something on your credit card. The receipt is in the attachment. Please open it. Yes, of course I'll do that. But this one's quite sophisticated. It's ended up in the news. So Peter Pan pantomime in Bournemouth is being used as part of a sophisticated hacking attack from Eastern Europe that is targeting thousands of British businesses. An email claiming to be a £145 invoice for 9 tickets to a performance of Peter Pan at the Bournemouth Pavilion Theatre contains an attachment that, if opened, installs a virus onto the recipient's computer. The malware, which the email claims are the tickets for the pantomime performance, captures highly sensitive and personal and commercial information, including passwords, and is almost undetectable by current antivirus software. I've still got the original email here somewhere. I've not opened the attachments. I'm not that fucking stupid, but or have I deleted it off now? I may have finally got round to deleting it off.
Not a sausage dot butty.
What?
Not a sausage dot butty.
Nice.
Where's it gone? Here we go. BH Live tickets at bhlive.co.uk. For one, it's one of those ones where they've actually got all the spelling right, and it actually looks reasonably, authentic. Apart from the fact that I know I haven't bought any fucking tickets in fucking Bournemouth, so it's fucking useless.
Fucking hell, is it? Do you want to swear a bit more?
Fuck yeah.
What's this?
I'm just telling Paul off for swearing so much on the fucking show.
Fair enough.
Fuck off.
No.
Oh! Yes. There we go. No, just trying to find some decent news stories. Yes, and I may have found a good one for us. Okay.
That just reminds me, with the virus thing, of something my brother did ages ago, which was he sent his friend as a joke.
Hold on, just nipping the loop. You may have a special guest joining us shortly.
Ooh. It's Mike's talking penis. No,
I can see who's on.
Oh, I can't. Hold on. The hell? Sorry, I will look in my contacts. No,
Anyway, you were saying.
Yeah, what's his name? My brother, even.
Yes.
Yeah, as a joke, he basically got a text file, just wrote in it, "This isn't a virus, honest," and then just sent it to his friend, attached to the email as "not a virus.txt," and his friend was too scared to open it.
Nice.
That's up there with what I did to Kath once. I gave her a piece of paper with PTO written on both sides, and she seriously stood there staring at it and turning it over for a good 30 seconds.
He's a mean get, isn't he?
But to be fair, it's just as bad as last show where I managed to trick you, Mike, into "I have a joke for you, say knock knock."
Yeah, but then I made you look at dogs and suspenders again.
Yeah.
So, we're all winners in that situation.
Mike, knock knock.
Who's there?
Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's. Bang! Got you back.
No, did you not hear me go, "Who's there?" I knew what was coming.
Yeah, I know.
So, it doesn't count.
Yeah. Say knock knock.
What the hell?
Hey, Mike, knock knock.
What the hell just happened there?
I don't
Did
know.
you guys hear that?
What?
Somewhere out of nowhere, Pharrell Williams just started singing "Happy" in my ear.
What the fuck? We didn't hear that.
I don't have that on my iPad.
It must be on a web page that you've got open.
Well, it just stopped. I didn't move anywhere. I didn't move any web pages or anything like that. It literally just stopped. It just went, "Martin crazy, what I'm about to say," and then just didn't say any more. Which makes me think it's a sign from the universe to say that should be on Any Other Business Sounder. It's just him just saying, "Martin crazy, what I'm about to say," and that's it. So.
Anyway, what is this Any Other Business you've found?
Well, I'm waiting to see if our special guest joins us, because then
Hey, Mike,
he can...
Paul, knock knock. Knock knock.
Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's.
No, that wasn't the answer. Knock knock. Knock knock. I know there's someone in there. Let him, damn it. I understand you've been seeing my daughter. Sorry. I want to talk to you about God. Anyway. It's
Hello.
the most passively aggressive Jehovah's Witness.
Hello. What?
What?
I disappeared for a moment because our guest has arrived, and I just come back and just need you to see the most impressive Jehovah's Witness.
No, the most passively aggressive Jehovah's Witness, because it's not going, "Hey, Mike, Paul, knock knock. Knock knock." No one answered. They'll start going,
All right, will you add our guest into the call, please?
Who
Seeing as he's here.
am I adding? Hold on.
You know who.
Add people.
Look who's online.
There he is.
There he is. Is he there?
I don't know.
Is he there?
Lure him with chutney.
Hello! Yes, it's our special guest for the episode. Reveal yourself.
Good evening, gents. It is I, all HBO helper.
AKA...
Joe!
Joe! Hey! Yes,
Hey.
it's G.I. Joe. Yes, surprise special guest.
Yes.
About as surprising as my sausage.
Yep. Hey, Joe.
About as surprising as Paul's 12 inches.
Hey, Joe, I've got a joke for you. Say knock knock.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Steve.
Was found.
I love that joke. Bit of acoustic prank call going on.
Yes.
Back.
Unfortunately, I don't know how to play Bastard Eagle Piggle yet.
I'll have to teach you sometime. I'll have to teach you.
Are we ready to talk some any other business?
I am
Why
with you.
the fuck not?
Okay. Are you ready?
Yetis!
What a surprise! There is actually a story about the Yetis.
Hooray!
Play your sounder. Play your sounder.
He's tall, he's dark, and he's having a bad hair day from hell. His cousins have been spotted from Australia to the Himalayas. Exactly who or what is this wild man of mystery we call Bigfoot?
Yes, he is. There he is. Okay.
Yetis!
Yeah, I guess it would be nice if there were Yetis around this place. I've got a lot of fur.
Okay. What, man? Oh, God, it's like being in a freaking Pee-wee's Playhouse on here, isn't it? Paul Letterman! Back to the David Letterman show!
This is brilliant.
I've got me a black band. Play 4 puffs on a beat. Oh, God. Can I talk about Bigfoot, please?
Quick! Quick! Somebody quote Bill and Ted.
Whoa.
Excellent!
Rufus!
Dude, strange things are afoot at the Circle K. What was that? Is that Mexican?
Yes.
Ese, dude, a strange thing going.
I don't know how to do flamenco guitar.
Man.
So, music.
Now, what would Canadian Bill and Ted sound like?
Oh, hey.
Hey. We don't get down on that thing.
We need to go on time traveling or traveling kiosk, eh?
So says me, Wayne Gretzky.
Can I offer you a cup of tea?
My girlfriend's been kidnapped by Tyler.
And turned into a walrus, eh? Anyway, the mystery
Yetis
may have been solved.
So,
Yeti, yes.
Yes. Okay. Yet again, the story of Bigfoot has cropped up with two, not just one, but two pieces of evidence. A large footprint has been found in the woods of Mississippi. This comes to us from the Australian International Business Times. Yes, that's how much I love the Yeti stories. Now, Paul, because it's only a 6-inch print that's been found, not a 12-incher. And for any big foot, if it's a 6-inch footprint, I'll be honest with you. But not really. That's more like a child's shoe. This partial evidence. This is only partial evidence, rather. However, the two men who found it say it's proof positive that the creature exists.
Wait, so it's a footprint that's 6 inches long, and they're like, it must be Bigfoot. My foot is nearly 6 inches long.
Well,
it was just me walking in the forest.
Well, the men who got the print also claim to have seen the creature that made it, you see. And it was made in Vicksburg, Mississippi in August. What the? Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm getting attacked by the Sims. Shut up. Shut up. That's what's making the noise. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I had the Sims shouting at me. Bloody hell.
Where's my horn?
Okay. Right.
Don't care about your horn.
To give us a little bit of explanation of what happened, I'll take us back to November 2013. David Childers, a paranormal investigator, saw a grey figure running through the woods at an old abandoned playground in Vicksburg. This is while he was investigating the site after receiving reports of strange, frightening noises in the area. Shocked by what he saw... Childers said that it was...
The only problem is now no one knows whether it's me or Joe doing it. Ha!
They can tell if it's Joe, if it's good. Childers said that he saw a creature that was definitely 6 foot tall and had a shaggy coat. It was a grey brown colour, and Childers says, when it made the noise that spooked me, I looked over and it looked like it just stood up and bolted off. Later, another chap whose name is Peyton Lassiter, he's the guy who found the footprints. Lassiter had been working on an air conditioner that was 400 yards away from this playground, and he found the footprint. He made a cast of it and contacted Childers when he saw that his truck had the logo of the Delta Paranormal Project. On contacting him, he found out that Childers had seen the creature. Lassiter explained that the footprint could not be that of any human, and the hair colour is also not unlike a bear's, and the fingerprints come from, or whatever, matches that of either humans or primates. Though he does not know what made the footprint, it's, I presume the fingerprints of the toes.
No prints. Yeah.
He doesn't, yeah. So that then. Does not know what made the footprints, but the whole mystery intrigues him. Childers didn't take a photo of the creature, even though, he's a paranormal investigator. You would think he had a bloody camera with him.
I haven't got my camera.
I don't know where it's gone. He says, after speaking to him, he says...
camera, and then it got stolen by a ghost.
He said that after speaking to him, he said, we were just blown away. It raised additional questions. And despite Childers' sighting of the creature, he neither confirms nor can he declare that it definitely was a big... Who wrote this? This is ridiculous. So basically, when he says we've got 2 pieces of evidence, what he means is we've got a little bit of a footprint, and I saw it, honest.
I know what it was. Back in bed, you little bastard.
Cruciatus!
Okay, I've got a news story that a mutual friend of ours would like. A chap that we've all met before now. Oh no, Andy, you've not actually met him, but you've been in the same room as him. Does anyone know who I'm talking about?
Vaguely.
Does it begin with T?
T?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I was thinking of Toby or Tom.
No.
I was going to say I'm pretty sure I met Toby Haydock.
Yeah, no, I'm not, no.
Because he questioned He questioned us after I said that the way you described him, he sounded like the dude who wears the leather jacket on the police videos.
No,
You were like, who?
Come on, you've got to know who this is. What if I said that he had creaky knees?
Oh, Declan.
Declan.
How have I been in the same... Oh, no, because he was at the Space Monkeys thing, wasn't he?
That's right, yes. Only in Ireland. A bus in Ireland went through Limerick today. That's not an uncommon sight. However, the fact that there was actually no passengers on the bus, yeah, not uncommon. It's not unheard of. But it did have... The reason it didn't have any passengers is because it was entirely full of potatoes. Yes, a bus full of potatoes drove down the street in Limerick. I have photographic evidence that I can show you. If you come to my house and look in the cellar. I don't have a cellar. But... There we go. There is a photograph there. Now, the reason why they did that is because Limerick is the City of Culture 2014, and they actually had...
So they're like, quick, what culture have we got? Potatoes!
They had some visitors that we in Liverpool had recently. They had the Giants. The Giants went round. The Giant Grandma and the Giant... in fact, no, it looks like they just had the Grandma, actually. And to celebrate all things Irish, they filled the bus full of potatoes and drove it around the streets. No reason. But there is
It's like that village where during the Olympics where the woman was like, I know, we'll show off what our local produce is, and then dressed as a sausage.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Did you just eat her?
She probably got shot. Okay, next up...
Did you just eat her?
Oh, God. Next up, I need to give you a link to this one because Andy's going to be doing some quotes for us shortly in this one.
Hooray!
We're going back to China.
Yes, let's get Andy to do his horribly racist Chinese accent.
Yes, we love China now on the
Joe!
show.
I don't have one, but you might. Do you have a
Chinese.
gong?
Do I have a gong?
Yes, or something that makes a gong sound.
No, I did have one actually, and I haven't got it here. And it was fucking loud as well.
Well, we're going back to China because a couple of weeks ago we talked about men who dressed up as women. Then we talked about Chinese lifelike sex dolls. Now, the people who can't afford the lifelike sex dolls also dress up as women. Desperate Chinese men are paying virtual girlfriends to listen to them moan about a tough day at the office. Businessmen are paying up to $5 a day for women to call them to wake them up, listen to their complaints, and say goodnight at the end of a long day. Taobao, China's leading e-commerce website, is reporting an explosion in phone services available, which are also available to women. The virtual girlfriends come in a range of personalities to suit the customer's needs, including doll-like girls, whatever that means, mature women, board the MILF train, and the girl next door. Similar services for women.
Have you got any dogs in suspenders?
I've got a dog on a surfboard.
That was laughing. Sorry.
No, the services for men, Andy, rather the services for women, includes men in uniform, the CEO, some men, competent men. Now, according to the Guangzhou-based news website Dayou, the girlfriend services cost around 20 to 30 yen. That's or yuan, whatever it is in China. That's $3 to $5 a day, and it involve hired employees sending messages and calling customers. As I say, a businesswoman in her early 20s called Xiaomi said she offers the services to boost the number of visitors to her Taobao store. So she phones them up and goes, "Oh, wake up, come to my shop." Yeah. She said providing the service is not easy, and keeping an eye on her mobile phone at all times to reply to customers in time. She's also lost sleep because she has to make wake-up calls to customers in the morning. But the services help her site sales, with daily transactions growing from 7 or 8 calls to over 500. She's now hired 7 women, blah, 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 blah. Most customers have so far been young men placing their orders in the evening. Andy, would you like to do a quote here from one of these gentlemen?
Okay.
You just spend
20 to 30 pounds a day to make a single man's dream comes true. 100 likes.
Another said the mobile girlfriends he met with helped relieve pressure from work. And Zhang Xiaoli, head of the China Association of Mental Health, said what, Andy?
Customers are likely people who are curious about the service, are lacking in social skills, or people who are simply bored and need something to do to pass the time.
Racist dog.
Excuse me while I go back to my game of Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 2. Oh, wow. He's choking to death.
Sorry, that's me. I'm really ill at the moment.
Oh, God. Why? What's the matter with you?
I don't know. It's like...
He did not eat his vegetables!
That bastard eagle piggle, isn't it?
Just be glad you're not this chap, this next chap who I'm going to talk about. Andy, you'll be needed again shortly. This is the story of Ben McMahon, who had a horrific car crash and was in a week-long coma.
Why is this a funny story?
Because
by the way, funny. Someone got stuck in a coma.
Yeah, he was in a coma, but when he woke up, he found he could only speak Mandarin Chinese.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Now, English-speaking Ben, who was 22, said he woke up and saw a nurse who looked Asian standing by his bed, and he said to her,
"Excuse me, nurse, I feel really sore here."
In Chinese. He then asked the nurse for a piece of paper and a pen, and he wrote on it in Mandarin Chinese,
"I love my mom. I love my dad. I will recover."
His newfound language skills baffled doctors and family. Despite taking Mandarin at school, Ben had never been fluent in the language.
So he did have some prior...
He didn't just wake up and just suddenly have the language in his head.
Yeah, but I've heard that happening before, where people, they won't have heard a single word of French in their life, and then all of a sudden they come out of a coma speaking fluent French, and it's like, where the fuck did you get that?
They don't do. No, you're thinking of like when they go into a coma and then they woke up, and they're all talking in a French accent, but they don't just speak our language. You know what I mean? That was some kind of weird French-Japanese hybrid there.
I am one of those French-Chinese people. Hee-haw-hee-haw-hee-haw.
Hee-haw-hee-haw. I'm eating a sushi baguette.
With onions.
What did Ben say next? Yeah, he suddenly started talking like a kazoo or something. Not a kazoo, a note holder. Yeah.
Melodica.
I wasn't consciously thinking I was speaking Mandarin. It was just what came out, and it was what was most natural to me.
It took Ben 2 or 3 more days to learn how to speak English again. And then, obviously, because it's still all in his head now, he's decided to host a Mandarin television program.
I'd laugh if one day he has a crash and then forgets it all again.
Yeah, he moved to Shanghai, and thankfully he's, making the most of it. I mean, as Andy's just said there, it mentions on the bottom of the article there, in 2010, a 13-year-old Croatian girl woke up and has replaced their fluency in her native language with speaking German. And more recently, a US naval veteran was found unconscious in a hotel room and had no recollection of who he was and spoke fluent Swedish. So...
Yeah, but we've all done that after we've had 3 bottles of tequila.
Yeah, that actually is what Paul sounds like after he's had a bottle of tequila.
Right. Oh my god, just imagine someone needs to remake Silence of the Lambs, except have Buffalo Bill be played by the Swedish chef. I put the lotion in the basket! Oh, you got the lotion in and put your goals again!
You make my dog!
Birdie, birdie, goody, and pick me.
Dude, dude. You bit bitch. Yeah.
Or even playing the dude in Red Dragon. Birdie, girl, do you see?
Would anyone like to see the most dangerous thing ever made?
Sure.
It's a Victorian.
Is it man?
Yes, man. Human in shape but satanic in spirit, man likes to spend most of his time destroying things because he is worse than the devil if he was a pedophile. You can spot these specially bad ones by having two-dimensional personalities, being written horribly, and having a chin size that even Bruce Campbell would be jealous of. They kidnap animals, burn down rainforests, and probably slept with your mother. If you should see man anywhere in your neighborhood, please make a pretentious animated feature with confused morals and no sympathetic three-dimensional villains. Man, if there's anything worse, it's not human.
It's the most dangerous animal is man. No, it's the most dangerous weapon that's ever been created. It is a cross between a pistol, a knuckle duster, and a flick knife.
So basically fires knives shaped like fists.
No, when you see the picture, you will see what I mean.
What in the Jesus is that?
Yes, it's got. You can use it as a knuckle duster, but then the part where you put your fingers through folds back to use as a handle, and it also has a fold-out knife on it.
Then it has a pistol
Victorian
that doesn't have a
instrument.
barrel. And then it has it has a pistol that doesn't actually have a barrel. So I can't imagine it would fire very accurately.
Well, I'm not sure about that part, but I'm only going off what it says here. It's 4 inches long, and there's a Victorian instrument called the Ultimate Self-Defense Tool, and it's going up for auction. It's by Hartley's of Ilkley, West Yorkshire. So, Andy, if you want to go and buy it, it's not too far away. Yeah. Oh, speaking of like Victorian times and everything like that, did everyone hear about Jack the Ripper?
Certainly did.
Yeah. Killed a load of proggies. Anyway, moving on.
And he's still probably dead.
Let's go on. Let's see. Okay, this story sounds good. Next. Let me just double check. Oh, God, I never even looked at that tab. Never mind. Well, this one is about a university master in Cambridge. He was told that he wasn't allowed a dog. So...
I got a dog, Rog. I'm not allowed a dog. I'm not allowed a dog.
He wasn't allowed a dog in his college dorm room, where he has, with his chambers, if you like. He wasn't allowed a dog, but he owned a dog. So he told the college that it was, in fact, a very large cat.
What?
He owns a batter's hound by the name of Yo-Yo. And he followed the example of former Professor Owen Chadwick, who kept dogs in his accommodation during the mid-1900s. This chap, what's his name, Roger Mosey, managed to get the council to approve his rescue dog, as cats are allowed in the housing. He wrote a tongue-in-cheek letter to the officials, saying that it was a large cat, and they agreed that yes, he can stay. So
I'd love to know how that works.
Well,
where is my cat? Woof.
Everyone who sees walking the dog,
unfortunately, it's a cat with identity disorder.
Well, no,
he thinks he's a cow.
He gets around it because when people see him walking it, they say, "Hey, I love your cat." So as long as everyone acknowledges that it's a cat, it's not a dog.
Oh, fair enough.
Yes. So there you go. So whether he's a dog or a cat, he seems to have made quite the positive impression.
Hey, guess what? Someone else just responded to my "what's the opposite of a sausage?" question.
Okay.
I just got a text from my workmate Jody, who just said, a vagina. That's not the type of sausage I was thinking, but,
Yeah. It's,
well, not at exactly that moment, anyway.
No.
Is that an offer? Send.
Hashtag Gooch.
Hashtag.
And Andy Howard gooshed earlier when you mentioned making your sausage butty.
Well, I wasn't there to see that, I'm afraid, Paul. So.
That was Mike last
week.
It
will still be there on Twitter.
It'll still be there on Twitter, okay. I shall have to check out his goose all over Twitter later. Right, what we got next? Should we talk about the world's most pierced man?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
I've got holes in my eyes!
This is a German chap.
I'm a cheese grater!
Rolf Buchholz. He was denied entry at a hotel nightclub. I'm getting shot off into post live.
Kill someone.
Yes, he was denied entry. Buchholz has 450 piercings, including 200 and... Shut up! Bloody... Thank you. Sorry, the autoplay on the ads that keeps doing the editing.
Oh.
He has 207... No, we have 278 in his genital area. It says here. How? He told the Associated Press that he had travelled through immigration...
I was like a machine in bed. I just didn't think how.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know why I'm from Yorkshire, yet I'm a German. I'm sorry, I should be talking...
You need to use Castrol GTX on me, and otherwise I rust.
I've just realised I've misread this. He wasn't turned away from a nightclub.
Pardon?
He wasn't turned away from the nightclub. He was turned away from the entire country. He's gone to Dubai and they wouldn't let him in.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because
How did you get a nightclub in Dubai?
Because I completely missed the first line of the article. Yeah, he travelled through immigration, no problem. But then when he was stopped before he was able to exit customs, says he was taken to a room full of deportees and put on a flight to Istanbul.
What the fuck?
That's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Yes, it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. It's a long time gone.
Now,
New York.
He was the people asked the people at the nightclub asked why he wasn't allowed in the country, why they denied him, and they said security reasons, as they feared he may be practicing black magic.
Oh my fucking Jesus! Right. This reminds me of a conversation I had with someone at work who said, "The end times are coming." I said, "Why is that?" They said, "A Cyclops baby has been born, and according to my beliefs, that means it's the Antichrist." I was like, A, I'm not having a baby take my title. B, that is fucking stupid. What's the Antichrist supposed to do? C, you don't follow Christianity. Why is it called the Antichrist? At which point she said, it's called the Antichrist, so basically it's easier for everyone to figure out who it is. I'm like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, if they just called him, John, probably.
If they just said the son of the devil, that would still work. Although I don't know if Islam technically has a proper devil, like as a single person, but I'll research that. But then she said, oh, because this Antichrist is going to turn up and then they're going to make everyone rise up as an army and abolish all religion. I said, well, that's surely a good thing, isn't it? And then she starts going, of course it isn't. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to start this argument with you because I know this is going to go horribly, horribly wrong.
Ties in nicely to a bit of TV news, that does, actually. Because you remember last episode we were talking about TV horror version prequels, like Hannibal, and how we wouldn't mind seeing Texas Chainsaw.
Yes, I do remember.
Done as well, now they're doing a TV version of The Omen.
The Omen?
So,
The Omen?
Yeah, The Omen, yeah. A TV version of the life of Damien the Antichrist.
Damien, the high school years.
Let me guess, they're gonna cast Sam Neill. Every single film that has Satan as a human has Sam Neill in it. It's weird.
Sam Neill's already played Damien.
I know, which is why it would work.
In Omen 3.
Yes.
Omen.
Which is one of my reasons to believe that Sam Neill must actually be Satan, because every single Satan film has Sam Neill in it. I mean, fucking. Let's see, Event Horizon. He became fucking Satan in that. He's in The Omen. There's at the Mouth of Madness, where he turns into Satan again. There's that.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, he's Satan in that.
Yeah, he's Satan in that.
The piano.
Oh yeah, he was Satan in that one.
He's in the new issue of Empire, actually. He's Satan in
See?
that.
Empire.
He's not. He did the. Oh, hang on. I'm just trying to find. It's the
dish. It's the devil.
It's the quiz. It's
Merlin. He's the devil in that one.
on.
He's getting magic in now. Burn him.
La Révolution Française. He's the devil in that.
Stan Lee could have totally created the Omen.
Oh,
Omen! Yeah, that'll do.
That'll do.
That's about mutants who orgasm a lot. Yeah.
Here comes my O-face.
That's my blue face. Oh boy, Spider Chums, I'm bored today.
Here we go. You know, you may or may not know, Empire has a thing called Movie Mastermind. They basically ask actors and directors and writers a series of 10 about their own career, and they've got a scoreboard. Top people who have got 9 out of 10 are Sir Ben Kingsley, Sir Christopher Lee, Robert Rodriguez.
He said Sir Christopher Walken then for a
David
minute.
O. Russell, and Quentin Tarantino. Sam Neill did shit. He got 4. So that makes him as bad as Wes Craven, Heather Graham, John Hurt, yay! And Samuel L. Jackson, but better than John Carpenter, Steve Guttenberg, Michael Keaton, John Reno, John Woo, and Diane Lane.
So to be fair, Samuel L. Jackson's done that many movies, he can't remember shit about any of them. They all just kind of blend into one blur.
Like I said, he was busy
Just to give you an example here.
Sam Neill's played Satan more times than Sean Bean has died on a film.
Oh, he was in The Hunt for Red October. He was Satan in that.
Underwater Satan.
Also known as Black Manta.
I am Hermes, the underwater Satan.
Are you Comrade Satan?
They both have pitchforks.
Something like that.
Have we mentioned In the Mouth of Madness?
Oh yeah, he was in Bicentennial Man. He was Satan in that.
Yeah. Too soon?
Satan in that.
He was in what?
Dead Calm.
Yep, Satan.
Yeah.
The Piano.
The Rainbow Warrior. He was Satan in that.
G'day, mates. I'm the devil.
Rudyard Kipling's
And I've
The Jungle
decided
Book.
not to endorse your soul.
He was Satan in Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, Satan. Yep.
Snow White, A Tale of Terror. He was Satan in that.
Yep.
Riley
The
H.
Horse
Spied.
Whisperer. He was Satan in that.
Fucking horse.
You will follow.
I'm going to send your horse to hell, you bastard. So who would like to buy a vote in the Scottish referendum?
Not I.
I'm not sure, but
No.
I heard Sam Neill was Satan in that too.
Yeah. Well, police have launched an investigation after a number of people bizarrely attempted to sell their votes in the independence referendum on eBay. For those of you who are either living under a rock or American,
Or live under American rocks.
or are Sam Neill living under the earth in hell.
As he is.
The Scottish, a lot of people in Scotland decide they don't want to be part of the United Kingdom anymore and just want to be their own country, so they're having a big vote as to whether or not to leave.
It'd be nice to hear what Shiny thinks of this.
It would actually. It would probably think so. If you didn't like it,
there be less people for me to get to take their face.
Well, if he didn't want to be there anymore, he'd take an Englishman's face off and just jump over Hadrian's Wall back into the country. And of course, Mark Millar would just think it's great. Yeah. So a lot of Scottish people who weren't particularly arsed decided to sell their personal votes for the September the 18th, let's say, referendum, and the votes were listed on eBay for as little as 99p because they did not give a flying monkeys about any of it. A Glasgow user is reported to have sold their vote for the bargain price of £1.04. This is from the listing of the Glasgow seller named Chris O.C. 1986. Hello, Chris. This is my own unique piece of British history. It is my personal yes or no vote for the upcoming Scottish referendum in September. This could be the deciding vote. Who knows? I am a hard-working Scottish citizen with a house, a gorgeous wife, 2 beautiful kids, and a diabetes problem from eating too many fried Mars bars. That part not actually there.
A house?
A house. The haggis. This vote will not change anything in our lives, so I decided not to vote my opinion, but instead, one of yours. Happy bidding.
There's a fucking mouse in this house.
Somewhat unsurprisingly, eBay removed the items, and the investigation has been launched. The online failed.
You know, I just looked it up, and Mark Millard does actually think that Scottish independence would be great!
Yeah, but then...
Of course he does.
Will it, Mark?
I've actually got a quote here as well. I was torn about independence for a long time, but what finally swayed me was the blank piece of paper it offers us as a nation. As a writer, nothing excites me more than a blank page because the potential is enormous. It's limitless. Every new sheet of paper could essentially be the biggest moment of our careers, and starting a country from scratch has that same almost unquantifiable excitement, so it's great!
Is it, Mark?
But he also...
No.
Was like,
No.
I support Scottish independence. I don't support Scottish independence. He's being very, weird about it. He's just, whenever anyone asks him, do you like Scottish independence? Yeah, it's great.
Is it, Mark?
Are you against Scottish independence?
No.
Yeah, being against Scottish independence is great.
Sam Neill was the devil in Scotland. Right, I've got 2 stories left.
I've got something quickly for you all. I mentioned it to Paul. Completely forgot to ask once he came on, but
only got one.
But I've just remembered now.
Come on.
I was watching the Nostalgia Critic review of Princess Diaries 2. Guess who makes a cameo?
Do you know what, Andy? Instead of watching reviews of the Princess Diaries 2, you could probably watch actual movies.
Oh, don't worry, I'm watching actual movies at the same time. Well, not at the same time.
I was going to say, how's that work? You're freaking got your eyes pricked open like Clockwork Orange.
Yes.
That's the only way to get you to watch a friggin' film. You look like a big enough robot chicken.
That's why I now...
It's alive!
That's why I now have a big aversion to good old Ludwig van.
Okay.
Anyway, so who do you reckon makes a cameo in Princess Diaries 2?
Is it the princess?
No.
Is it the diaries?
No.
Is it a ship?
Is it the diaries?
Is it the number 2?
No.
Is it Sam Neill?
Yeah, it was Satan.
As Satan.
It wasn't. No.
Is it your mum?
No. Shall I give you a clue?
Was it Iggle Piggle?
No, it wasn't Iggle Piggle. Shall I give you guys a clue?
Is it George Michael?
Yes.
He's one of our favourite people to talk about.
Shiny.
No.
Oh.
Christopher Walken?
No.
Mr. Acoustic Rancor?
No.
John.
Who's John?
Fucking Ian.
Steve?
No.
His name was Steve. Barry Manilow.
When have we mentioned Barry Manilow?
Just now.
Right now.
Golf Harris?
No.
Oh my God, world champion Arnold Palmer.
No.
Steve Davis.
No.
The whirlwind Jimmy White.
No.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Are you just making up random wrestlers now?
Was it Camp Hitler?
No, but you're going in the right direction.
The Macho Man Randy Savage.
No, it wasn't a wrestler.
Princess Diary slip into a Slim Jim.
Shall I just tell you?
No, I like guessing.
Keep
That'll
guessing.
do. If Hitler was in the right direction...
Joe, you win.
Stan Lee.
Stan Lee is in the Princess Diaries too.
Was Hitler like Stan Lee? Just because they've got a moustache, bloody hell.
No, it is actually Stan Lee.
Stan Lee, just like Hitler, if Hitler was an iPhone 5.
Yep.
Stan Lee
Dressed as Hitler.
Let's kill the Jews. Yeah, that'll do. Holocaust man.
Oh boy, I love to rape.
Boy, I love to wipe out entire races for the planet. Oh God.
You know, if Stan Lee is in the Princess Diaries 2, then the Princess Diaries 2 is set in the Marvel Universe.
So Joker hoses then? The Tusk is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That means the whole Askewniverse is in the Marvel Universe.
Never
Stan
goes-
Lee was in Mallrats.
Never go. Nobody played himself. Never go to Canada in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's why Alpha Flight 1 never happened.
Because they all got turned into walruses. And then,
Walrus.
and there's the picture to prove that he was in Princess Diaries too.
Oh God. Oh, sweet Jesus. Yep, there's Stan Lee smiling his head off, while some girl looks like she's about to spit in his ear.
Oh boy, I love ear spit.
He really does. Look at the smile on his face.
In his head, all that you can hear is like the Postman Pat theme tune and him going, "I'm gonna rape you all."
Man, yeah. No, it doesn't sound right. Postman Pat, yeah.
Hey, princess, look into my rape stick.
That's how he got that girl.
Yeah.
Spit in my ear. You know I love it. Boy, it turns me on.
I really wish we could get Stan Lee on this show. It's just fucking hilarious. We'd spend the entire time talking to him in Stan Lee voice.
Oh God! Right. Speaking of
Hey, Stan, it's Stan.
Speaking of inappropriate turn-ons, do you want to hear this final piece of any other business I've got?
Sure.
Yes, please.
This is the story of Felicia Smith, who was sentenced to 3 years of deferred adjudication, whatever that means, a kind of probation, after she admitted having an inappropriate relationship with a 15-year-old boy. She's 42, as I say. She's a teacher.
Can you send me the link to the thing?
You just want to see what this teacher looks like.
Oh yeah. Because then
woman would have an inappropriate relationship with a 15-year-old boy.
What?
So you just want to know what kind of woman would have an inappropriate relationship with a 15-year-old boy, and then dig out your school uniform. Yeah, she's a teacher and performed a sexy lap dance for one of her pupils in a room full of other students because she wanted to give him a 15-year-old birthday present. She gave a 4-minute lap dance, which included getting on her knees and placing her head between his legs as music played to celebrate his birthday. Police then say she began by placing a chair at the front of the class. She then launched into the lap dance, rubbing her hands on the boy's body and grinding against him during the incident of February. Smith, who used to teach at the Stovall Middle School in Houston, Texas, was grabbed by the buttocks twice by the boy in a room full of students. She ended the performance by hugging him and saying, "I love you, baby. Happy birthday," according to court documents released this year. Smith told investigators that she remembered circling the student while he was sitting in the chair and losing her balance a few times, which made the students laugh. And after asked if the allegations were false, she said, no comment. After pleading guilty to having an inappropriate relationship... Hang on, whoa, let's roll this back. So she says, no, I've never done anything with the boy, and then pleads guilty. Ugh. What do you think to her then, Andy? Not seen her.
I was more interested in the side story where it's like, paramedic says she couldn't give a fuck if someone died.
I haven't seen that, but I'm going to look it up now.
Yeah.
There's the story. Morgan Freeman landed a plane this week. The plane suffered mechanical failure and Morgan Freeman landed it.
What the fuck?
He was flying it, though, to be fair.
Oh.
And then when the engines went down, he's like, oh, crap, and landed it. He was flying to Toronto for the international field football.
And that was the point where he got turned into a walrus.
Yeah. I'm a walrus. Goo-goo-ga-joob.
Police currently say Michael Parks is the prime suspect.
I am the Eggman. We are the Eggman. I'm the walrus.
Goo-goo-ga-choo.
Show you in a fish tank. Why are you saying that, Mad Eye? Because I forgot what fucking accent I was doing for a while. Yes, this is... Andy's just found this one for us. This was shocked bystanders. Said that a female medical worker didn't bother to examine a man and declared him dead, even though she could still see him breathing. Paramedic told shocked bystanders that she couldn't give a fuck if an accident victim lived or died and has been suspended from her duties. The female medical worker is alleged to have arrived at an emergency call and declared the 62-year-old man dead without examining him, and despite the fact that everyone else could see him breathing. Then, when they began to protest at the scene in Romania, witnesses claim the nurse told them, I don't give a fuck. Everyone's from Southern America today. Not South America, but, Southern states of America. Because if they were from Southern America, they'd all be like, Joe, what would they sound like if they were from Southern America?
Yeah, fucking kill you, gringo.
Oh, God.
I meant like Bruce Spanish, but whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Go!
Hey, gringo! Andale.
Meanwhile, in Bolivia...
I don't give a fuck if he's alive or dead!
Well, that's Colombia. Whatever. It's the law drugs. Yeah. Eyewitness George Petrescu says, let's see, what's Romanian?
She didn't even touch him. All she did was throw a blanket over him.
Tetris.
Romania, not Tetris. Concerned passers-by called emergency services again to demand a second ambulance crew who found the victim was alive, surprisingly, and rushed. However, he then later died.
I think you'll find that they rushed him to Hopsital.
Hopsital, yes, where he later died anyway. So
The woman was right.
Yes, she knows the future. The man had collapsed of a suspected heart attack and hit his head on the pavement, opening up a large gash. Goosh. The ambulance service manager, Dr. Vasil Popescu, says there
appears to have been a delay in the patient receiving any treatment, and that might have contributed to his death. The first paramedic says in her defense that she was told by members of the public that the man had been dead for an hour before she got there. But it is her job to determine this, and it appears that she may have no medical expression at all.
So I'm just turning into freaking calm myself right now.
And she said she didn't have a consequences, you guys, screw you guys and get home.
You British piece of shit. Goddamn hate. Dad? Hey. Big man starter. I don't give a fuck the man even die.
The woman, in a strange twist of fate, police investigating the death have also revealed that the victim lived on the same street as the paramedic.
That's probably why. She was like, he kept stealing shit from my house, from my garden.
She didn't recognise him because of all the blood.
He stole my marmalade!
Why has he got all that blood on his face? So he must have been born with it. I won't wipe it off in 2 weeks. So there we go. Oh, fun times. So what have we left?
I don't know, but I found another story that would interest Joe.
Go on.
UFO mystery is flaming space rock falling from sky appears to be alien craft.
Hooray!
Unless they've seen it on YouTube, I don't believe it.
And on that bombshell, I think that's the best place to leave it there then. I don't know if you guys did this at the start of the show, but if anyone wants to send us
We didn't realise we started the show, to be honest.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'll find a nice edit point. If anyone wants to send us emails like Rachel, email us back, let us know what you still think.
Tell us if you're offended by the Luna Lovegood voice, in which case we might consider changing it, but probably not.
No, probably taking it to Christopher Walken or something.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Isn't Andrew Howard, whenever he sends an email, is now fucking Louis Armstrong?
That's right, yeah. I was going to say Bing Crosby then. That's a bit different.
I've sent an email. I've sent an email. My name's Louis Armstrong. I'm doing a big Crosby cover.
Do the fucking emails!
That's what your emails out there. I got read.
Snow!
So you can send us emails to 54footnerd@gmail.com. You can tweet us at 50footnerd. Get us on the Facebook page because fuck all ever happens on there otherwise. We've got the YouTube channel. There's plenty of material on there. There's going to be plenty more. Check that out.
You can support us now by going to patreon.com/50footnerd.
Yeah, bits of noise like that. And there's many rewards and what have you. If you reward us, then we'll send you a super secret sexy bonus podcast.
If we get enough, we'll make DVDs in future and shit like that.
Yes.
Even the T-shirts that we did adverts for and no one bought.
No, Joe's got a T-shirt.
I have.
Did he buy one from us?
No, I just sent him one.
Well, there you go.
He hasn't got the super secret sexy bonus podcast though.
No, he was going to be involved, but then it became something else.
Yeah. So go and support us by doing that, and we will be nice to you. And maybe even read your emails in our normal voices, if you're nice, instead of giving you silly ones. What else have we got? We can talk to us on the Twitter individually if you want. Mine's at Mike G. Bell.
Mine is at Vaults of Extoff.
Mine is at
Alton Scouser.
Mine is at YouTube Boy 314159265359.
And also
YouTube. HBO Helper.
And also
I've lost track of how many I've got now, to be honest. just pick one at random on Twitter. It's probably mine.
Yeah.
At Joe. Joe.
At not a sausage.
At Iggle Piggle. Okay, then. Until next time. Until next time, I couldn't give a fuck if you live or die.
I'm Bing Crosby.
I'm Canadian Bill S. Preston, eh?
And Sam Neill didn't die for your sins. Until next time, then, you can go.
I'm doing damage, cause Gordy ain't going out like a ham sandwich. My name is Gordy, but they call me Sir Snout. I make all the girly pigs scream and shout. The Mac Daddy hog representing the swine, throwing up big power cause the power's all mine. My crew gave with nothing but kids. The big bad wolf tried to get through, but he couldn't even hang with the swines with attitude. Then you got my main man Hammy. He had a honey named Baconia. Yeah, they just bore me. They wasn't talking about nothing. And compared to the real pork chop, yo, they was front. I got you oinking like that. And even though Boss Hog had to step on back, cause they couldn't hang with Gordy cause he way too big. Ain't no frontin' and no faking on the power of the pig.
If you've enjoyed the nerddom in your ears, then please follow us on Twitter at 50footnerds, or email us anything except spam at 50footnerds@gmail.com.
Squish.
Sam Neill made me do it.
That reminds me, there's a bit of Python news today, or Python-related news.
I should have brought that up earlier.
They've announced. Yeah, no, you doing Liberty Belmarch reminded me of it. They've announced today who's going to be the narrator for the new version of the Clangers.
Oh
it's
yeah,
going to be it's Palin. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a text back from Jodie.
Who?
The last.
Oh, are you on for one then?
What?
I said, are you on a promise then?
I said, is that an offer? Hashtag goosh to her. And she said, sorry, but no.
Don.
So I just text her back, shame, I'd rock your world. Just because I want to see what her reaction is.
Something interesting here. It looks like my
restraining order.
Might get to see the Batmobile in action in the next couple of days. It's arrived on set, covered by a tarp. Ooh.
I'd like if it turned out the entire film, it is that. Like, everyone's like, I wonder what it looks like under the tarp. Then they watch the film and it's like, oh no, it actually just is a moving tarp.
No, it's Batman running around with a sheet over his head going, woo!
Going, brr, brr.
And Batman travels around Gotham on a flying tarp.
Magic carpet.
What, he grabs Superman by the hand, he's like,
it just sits on his cape.
The world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Where's something? Where's Bane?
Oh, no, Superman's the one who's going, I can show you the world. Batman goes, where is it? Tell me where it is.
It's down there, you moron.
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned?
Batman.
I'm sorry, because I quoted Nicolas Cage, I've got the mental image of Mike of what me and you talked about, of just him stood in front of the Eddie Stobart page just going, ah!
What?
Because we were talking about doing a review of The Wicker Man, and I said I'd make a joke about how he's scared of trucks.
Oh.
And you said there'd be that, like, whenever he turns on the... We came up with that thing where he turns on the telly and sees a truck and he gets frightened, and then it would just...
Right, yeah.
There'd just be that bit where he's outside the Eddie Stobart lorry place just screaming in fear.
Oh, God.
Fuck knows what he'd make of Optimus Prime.
Oh my God, I've got to add that in there somewhere. I don't know how, but it will happen.
Oh! Not the bumblebees!
Yes! That is it! That's going to be it! Optimus Prime will be like, turn up and he's talking and Nicolas Cage is like, truck! Turns to talk to Bumblebee. I didn't do anything! Stop washing those pots, Megatron!
I got my knees in some pants.
Oh, God. Hey.
What's a famous Bing Crosby song?
White Christmas.
Other than White Christmas. I meant other than White Christmas.
Jinx!
This just reminds me of the time that you two both said I was a serial killer.
Oh, God.